Hello one, hello all. I am CP of Will I Like It Reviews. For those of you who are here with some sort of stream of Chris Stuckmann, I understand you don't know who I am. I've done this before. I will have two things up. My previous roast of the Schmoes Know, which happened a couple months back when they hit 200,000, and the trailer, the precursor to this video, which basically is me apologizing, saying please don't hate me, a bunch of soft stuff, so that if you watch that first, I won't seem as dickish, or at least you'll know there's some sort of sincerity coming out of me. So if you don't know who I am, I suggest checking out one of, if at the very least, the trailer to this. For those of you who do know me, you know that I was a stand-up comedian for a third of my life. Some of the talents that I had in my stand-up act was, recognizing tics that people did and just kind of regurgitating it. And that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna honor, for this little thing that is actually a thing now, movie reviews on YouTube. Chris Stuckmann is literally one of the pioneers. This guy was doing it way back. Just imagine a time where you go and watch Inception and you want to see a review on YouTube and there's but 5 reviews. Imagine a time like that. Imagine being a YouTuber at a time like that. As revolutionary as he is, he's grown and become something so much more than just a movie reviewer. He is a staple. Nobody who has any sort of movie knowledge and goes on YouTube does not know Chris Stuckmann. Why not bring him down a peg or two? For those of you who are unfamiliar with my Schmoes Know roast, I decided, because it was just me roasting, and in a roast you have a couple of people, you have a dais, you have a bunch of people that roast a guest of honor, and I kind of did the work for what somebody else would be doing, and I kind of roasted myself, and some people didn't think that was good enough. I've picked up some help. Oddly enough, I didn't have to search very far. There was quite a few people more than willing to take part in making fun of me. With the very gracious help of Jordan from After End Media, I give you Jordan from After End Media.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Flip from After End Media, and I'm here to roast the roaster on behalf of all you, the viewers, and Chris Stuckmann, because if you watched his last roast, him roasting himself, well, it didn't just cut it, and this time, I'm coming for the damn jugular. But first, I would like to take a moment to talk about the wonderful accomplishments of CP, with his incredible career so far, one being Dumbo's ear consultant, as well as Ben Stiller's stand-in stunt double ears. That is an incredible feat that not many can do, so my hat off to you if I were wearing one. But goddamn, have you seen this man's ears? I live in Maryland, he lives all the way up in New York. I sneezed once, he called me just to say Gesundheit. And honestly, I think his OCD is on a level that no one else can reach. He's the only person that in mid-sentence while doing a review can go, and kind of look over at something else and then try to get back on train of thought and then immediately focus on another thing on the other side of the room and still try to make a review coherent. So it's today, Junior. Honestly, I think he's the only reviewer on YouTube that people leave when he tells them his opinion on things. Now it's time for Did I Like It? Did I like it? Yes, I liked it very much. Wait, where did everybody go? His retention rate on YouTube looks like the best ski slope you would ever want to ski on. It's all downhill from here, buddy. But in all honesty, CP is one hell of a stand-up dude. I have nothing but respect for the guy. He's been a great person to me, and I love chatting with him. So thank you for having me on to just take some good punches at you, as well as to Mr. Stuckmann. Congratulations on 500,000 subscribers. That is a huge feat. Not many hit that, and you definitely deserve it. So again, congratulations. I've been Flip from After End Media, and I'm going to send it right back to CP.
By the way, usually when people roast on a dais, they also talk about the guest of honor, but I get it. You don't want to burn those bridges. I'll do that. Once again, that is Jordan, aka Flip from After End Media. I'll have something somewhere, or I won't, because fuck you, Jordan. In my original Schmoes No roast, I kind of went on some of the other larger YouTubers. I will do that to a lesser extent here. I suggest clicking and going and checking out the Schmoes roast if you want to hear my material about the Schmoes, because I'm going to kind of stay away from them. What else could I say about them at this point? But I will stick with the Schmoes for just one tiny second here. There was a bit of controversy in late 2015 regarding the Schmoes No. Actually, it's quite comical if you ask me. Do you find yourself saying, what controversy? CP, what are you talking about? You may not think you noticed, but you noticed, especially if you were in the comments section. The Schmoes tried easing in a rock cover of their theme song, which was done by a Schmovillian, a fan of the show, decided to do a peppered up version of their theme song. Tim from the Late Reviews, who graciously has done my theme song, an incredibly talented young man, was nice enough to give them a different version of their song, which I thought sounded pretty good. Apparently, some fans didn't. When they started using that song, all hell broke loose. I mean, it was raining fecal matter. Mark Ellis turned into a demon head with owls for shoulders. Oh my God, when they implemented that theme song, hell broke loose. No, it didn't, but a lot of fans acted like it did. And let's just set things straight here. What is the theme song in question that we're referring to that was so great that just could not be replaced? Really? Am I the only one that thinks of something like this when I hear that song? It sounds like 90s cable porn music. So I could say shame on you, Schmoville, but you got what you wanted. And now I hope you always think of that image whenever you hear that song, because that's always what I think of. And here you go, have your 90s cable porn. I'm grateful that you guys did that, because my song is better now because of it. The specialty of your taste is movies, not music. That's clear. P.S. Tim from the Late Reviews is an extremely talented young gentleman, and he doesn't need you. Last time I focused on a bunch of different YouTubers, and one that I left out last time, this is somebody who I actually agree with quite a bit. I'm a big fan of the channel. Stone Gremlin Productions and the Cinema Snob, he is a part of that bigger conglomerate. We're just gonna focus on him here for a second. For those of you who don't know who the Cinema Snob is, he is the vocal embodiment of any troll comment that you've ever had on your page or read on a page. His voice is the voice that every troll comment should be read in.
You know, as much as I've never liked his comedies, as much as I never liked his movies, and yeah, I mean, I was joking earlier.
He's got that constant death rattle as a opening and ending of every sentence that just, oh, do I have to be here? Oh, existence, creativity, blah, blah. This movie literally made me want to crap out of my nose. Even when he's in agreeance, he just sounds miserable and just like he hates everything, just think I'm gonna have to go to bed soon. Every time you read a troll comment, just put the Cinema Snob in the back of your head. Let's get back to Stuckmann's universe here. I could go for a third time of talking about John Flickster. All I will say is this: since the last time I did a roast, he has gotten bigger and redder. I'm telling you, he's getting out of control. He gets bigger and redder and bigger and redder and bigger and redder, and all I hear is The Fly 2. I'm getting better. So yeah, 3 ice cubes, no more, no less. Chris Stuckmann, of course, is a bit more established. You know, you think of the bigger YouTube movie reviewers, it's Stuckmann, Jeremy Jahns, Schmoes Know, and they all have different qualities and different, you know, different drawing capabilities about them. Jeremy Jahns is pretty much the perfect, he fits the YouTube persona, green screen, flashy editing, you know, and sets up a flashy appeal, which is kind of perfect for YouTube. Schmoes Know, two comedians just using their entertainment background and creating, like I said, a radio show type atmosphere for Schmoville and their beautiful music taste. And it's like a Howard Stern show for movies. Stuckmann is different though. Stuckmann embodies the average YouTube viewer. Just take where they film. Jeremy Jahns has the power of the green screen to literally put you wherever he wants to, but he's got that. This is a YouTube channel and you know so because I have this here. It's all behind me and I can throw up whatever I want. He's in control of what the environment you're gonna see him in. The Schmoes Know they're entertainers on a set for most of the time. Chris Stuckmann's is that of a combination between a Nintendo stalker and a hoarder. I just read that Pilot Wings is now worth $23. Who's laughing now, Xbox Man 90? I represent the hundreds, nay, thousands of YouTube movie reviewers that are way, way downstream from you bigger folk who are currently resting in the promised land. You guys all set a precedent for what appears to now be gospel for what all us new movie reviewers have to work with. Jeremy Jahns was one of the first to implement the fun grading system, you know, not an ABC. He gave you the, hey, it's a good time, no drinks required. And, you know, it kind of made sense. And it was a fun way to say, it's good, it's bad, it's okay, it's not. What's not fun is the flood of mouth breathers that have tried to emulate some sort of grading system similar to that. And they put their own spin on fun grading and Spy, what did I think of it? Well, I don't know. I guess I'll give it a bubble bath at midnight. Do you know what that means? I don't. Thanks, Jeremy Jahns. When I say something like Chris Stuckmann embodies what most YouTube viewers are like, let me get one thing clear. What I mean to say is socially awkward people who don't understand what socializing is. He's married? No. Maybe she's after his thing. Well, all right, so you're different. I mean, look at any of the mass pictures of Stuckmann with fellow, you know, YouTube personalities. Personality. I hate life. Smile, buddy. They're paying you to be there. Smile. He has given back to the YouTube community and you know, us lower down YouTubers. He gives proper attention to YouTubers that need it. He's done so a couple of times in the past. I know I wouldn't know where these people are without Chris Stuckmann, and for that I'm thankful. Let me just suggest to you, Chris, take a look at David Durant of Durant Cinema. For your next little suggestion video, Durant Cinema. That's just my suggestion. He gives proper attention to folks who deserve it, and that's phenomenal. There are negative aspects to this, however. I'll say it again. You have entertainers, people who figure out YouTube, and socially awkward people. And your average YouTube viewer is socially awkward because, let's face it, we're watching videos. We're not out socializing, we're watching videos. Sometimes our parents' basement, ingesting everybody else's crap. The problem is these socially awkward folk have only their own opinions to go on because they're not shooting them off people. And they see Nintendo Hoarder and they think, I could do this. All I gotta do is film myself and talk about movies. And then maybe he'll mention me. Some of the bad parts of YouTube is people think that you can just make videos and make money. A very rare number of people are like rich off of YouTube. And you know, most successful YouTubers would say it's an okay job, but you really have to do much more than just make YouTube videos. But that doesn't come across to the mouth breathers. I'll just film myself and put the video out there and then I'll get the fame. I give you Exhibit A.
It was just fantastic. And everything going right for it. It had a little bit of flaws to it, but not very many. But I can just tell you, this movie blew me away. I didn't think it would be at all this good, but it definitely had a fantastic moments in it as well. And this movie was just fantastic all around. I think the character chemistry was fantastic as well, and I really like.
Can you tell me anything about the film in question? The irony is, this is a world of critique, and clearly constructive criticism isn't finding its way here. Unfortunately, we have you to thank for this, Chris. So thanks.
But had a lot of thrill.
Today, Junior.
They look at you and think, hey, I can do that.
Through the middle, it really had a tough. It really was, you know. So basically, I laughed, I cried,
Hey, that kind of looks like my bedroom. I can shoot myself. The problem here is when shooting, it's actually referring to a camera and nothing else. What, too much? Stop. What everybody does not realize is, Chris Stuckmann, you have done this over an extended period of time. There's a lot of lows. I mean, lucky enough for you, you were making videos before cringe videos were a thing. God, your hair, what were you thinking? There's a lot to be said. Some people have education, some people have entertainment background. Chris Stuckmann has taught himself about film, and it's just been an ongoing thing, and everything he's done is self-taught and hardworking. This is years of work that's finally paying off. The issue is, you're missing some things. You have the nerve to critique people on cinematography, yet you still shoot yourself from a high angle. For those of you who don't know, high angle, when somebody's being shot at a high angle, the director subconsciously wants you to look down on the people. That's what he's doing with the camera. If you'll notice right now, I'm slightly looking up at myself with this camera. I don't know, Stuckmann, are you shooting for the, I'll sub to him. You're evolving into the critic. The problem is that the two C's of entertainment, you're definitely getting further and further and further away from the creativity C, and you're definitely within that critique C, which is fine. I mean, how many stories do you hear about what a blast Roger Ebert was at parties? You just don't. It just comes with the territory, man. Case in point.
Ace Ventura films, because you just gotta have
Why don't you leave? Why don't you leave the comedy to the professionals and just focus on the critiquing?
frailty. All right.
Do you know what movie he says that line in? Because hilariosity. What would you know about funny?
So many movies.
My thing is, like, when Stuckmann laughs, it looks like that there's strings inside his cheek that are attached to his fangs, and it when he laughs really hard, it's got everything about his teeth have an aggressive upward. I don't even know how to explain it. And Stuckmannized, further proof of your lack of creativity. Stuckmannized. Who thought of that? What is that? Stuckmannized? That's what you come up with? It sounds something movie-based, but I don't think of... It's not probably the way you would want me to think. Can I have a medium popcorn and medium soda, please? Would you like to Stuckmannize it for just a quarter more? What does Stuckmannizing it mean? It's just an extra 6 ounces of popcorn and you get a different bag. As a fairly new YouTuber, movie reviewer, I say it in jest, but you really are. You're revolutionary. You're someone who should be looked at because you've taught yourself over time and you've grown over time. It's not something that you get overnight. It's not something you had overnight. And your knowledge is proof positive. Your specials on action and horror are just further proof that you know what you're doing, that you're dedicating yourself to understanding film and helping others understand film. And you know, it's not just about hating on a movie, it's about rooting for movies. And I'm somebody who's a bit of a romantic about film, and while I think you're a bit harsh at times, you know, the hilariosity stuff, that's that's poking fun for, people work hard on that stuff, but whatever. I could tell that you're just a movie fan and you want to see film be great, and that's admirable. The work that you're putting into it is so much more admirable. The longevity is just quite impressive. The dedication is far more impressive. And again, the amount that you give back, the turning the camera to someone else, the doing things for the fans, no matter how weird you are out in public, is exemplary and really should be noted. Congratulations, sir, on 500,000 subscribers, 520 at this point. And as someone who's followed you and has had many different versions of inspiration from you, let me just say thank you. I hope you didn't take anything too harshly. And if you did, just always remember this, that I am, what, 1/200th as popular as you. So there's that. You're the man. You're the man. Thank you so much, Chris Stuckmann, for everything you've done, for setting the blueprint for all of us down here in the muck. Just thank you. Thank you so much. I think you genuinely appreciate that people are inspired enough by you to go on and try it themselves. And that's incredibly endearing. In there are dark environments of the YouTube's communities that it's all about jealousy, and I don't think that exists with you, and that's really commendable above a ton of other things. To take your popularity and try to shine a light on other people is just, it's so commendable. It took far too long, if you ask me, but it's so far deserved. So well past deserved, and I really hope you get to that million in a 50th of the time. I have been Stuckmannized, no matter how stale of a term it is. So on behalf of everyone who loves you, who has interest in you, and is a fan of yours, it's been an honor to be Stuckmannized. Just thank you. Thank you and congratulations. I am CP with Will I Like It Reviews. Have a day.
Get Stuckmanized.